This isn't just a story. It's a journey across 3 books, each one marked by war, destiny, and transformation. Book 1, Water. A frozen boy awakens after 100 years, carrying the hope of a broken world. Book 2, Earth. The shadows grow, trust shatters, and the Avatar must stand stronger than ever before. Book 3, Fire. It all ends here in a war that could consume the world, or restore balance once and for all. This is the full story of Avatar, The Last Airbender. Imagine this. You're in the middle of nowhere, an endless stretch of ice and snow. The wind cuts through you like knives. Life's quiet. Maybe too quiet. That's where this story begins. Meet Katara and Sokka, just 2 kids from the Southern Water Tribe. They've grown up with nothing but war hanging over their heads. No parents, barely any bending, and definitely no peace. But then, out of nowhere, they find something that changes everything. A glowing iceberg. And inside, a boy and a bison. That boy is Aang. He looks their age, smiles like a kid. But the second he opens his eyes, you feel it. He's different. Special. And not just because he's the last airbender, he's the Avatar. The one meant to keep balance between the 4 elements. The one who vanished when the world needed him most. You see, while Aang was frozen in time for 100 years, the world fell apart. The Fire Nation started a war. The Air Nomads? Gone? The Earth Kingdom? Crumbling. The Water Tribes? Barely hanging on. And now that Aang's back, everyone's looking for him. Especially Prince Zuko. A firebender with a scar on his face and way too much to prove. He's been exiled, humiliated, and told that capturing the Avatar is the only way to earn his honor back. His mission? Hunt Aang down, his obsession. Make it happen. But Aang, he's not ready for any of this. He just wants to ride his bison, eat some fruit pies, and pretend the world isn't on fire. But pretending doesn't work when war is chasing you from every corner. As Aang, Katara, and Sokka travel north, their journey becomes more than just about learning to bend. It's about learning to trust, to lead, and to grow. Aang trains in waterbending, sure, but he also learns what it means to lose people, to let go, to face fear. He's a kid holding the weight of the world, and for the first time, he feels it. And then there's the Northern Water Tribe, a frozen kingdom of towers and tradition. It's beautiful, but it's also under threat. Because right when Aang starts to believe he can handle this whole Avatar thing, the Fire Nation attacks. Again. And this time, they're aiming to destroy everything. What happens next? It's tragic. Princess Yue, a girl made of moonlight and quiet strength, gives up her life to save the spirit of the moon. Because without the moon, there is no balance. No waterbending, no life. That moment changes Team Avatar forever. Book 1 ends not with victory, but with resolve. Aang still has so much to learn. The Fire Nation is only getting stronger, but now, he's not alone. The next step? Earth. Not just the element, but the very thing they're fighting to protect. The Earth Kingdom is massive, chaotic, and fractured, and at the heart of it, Ba Sing Se, a walled city that claims to be untouched by war. Spoiler alert, it's lying, but let's not jump ahead. First, Aang and the gang are on the move, searching for an earthbending teacher, someone tough, unshakable, someone who can help Aang connect to the earth, not just physically, but mentally. And when they meet Toph Beifong, oh man, everything changes. She's blind, she's 12, and she's the greatest earthbender in the world. Toph doesn't care about tradition, doesn't want anyone's pity, and definitely doesn't follow orders. She teaches Aang not just how to stand his ground, but how to never back down. She becomes the raw edge Team Avatar never knew they needed. Meanwhile, Zuko and Iroh? They're on the run. No more Fire Nation, no more status. Just 2 exiles trying to survive. And Zuko? He's cracked. The pain, the pressure, the shame, it's eating him alive. But Iroh stays by his side with wisdom and love and tea. Always tea. But there's something darker creeping in. There's a secret organization called the Dai Li, earthbenders who work from the shadows, controlling information, silencing the truth. In Ba Sing Se, they erase war from the minds of citizens. They pretend everything's fine while the world burns outside. That's the danger of false peace. It makes people numb. And then there's Azula, Zuko's sister. Cold, calculated, dangerous beyond belief. While Zuko is broken, Azula is ruthless. She builds a trio with Mai and Ty Lee, and together they carve through obstacles like lightning. Literally. Azula doesn't just chase the Avatar, she infects everything with fear. She's the monster born from a nation at war. As the story builds, Aang learns more about the Avatar state, a power he barely controls, fueled by emotion, rage, and survival instinct. But there's a catch. If he dies in the Avatar state, the Avatar cycle ends forever. No pressure, right? And just when things seem like they're turning around, just when Aang finds a moment of peace with Katara, just when hope feels real again, Azula strikes. She takes Ba Sing Se. She poisons minds. She turns Zuko. And in a devastating moment, Aang falls, shot by lightning, lifeless. Only Katara's healing saves him. Book 2 ends not with triumph, but with collapse. The walls are down, the Earth Kingdom is lost, and the world hanging by a thread. So here we are. The Fire Nation is winning. Ba Sing Se has fallen. Aang barely survived. And the world? It's on fire, literally. But nobody knows Aang is alive, and that gives him time. Time to recover, time to train, time to prepare for the fight of his life. Because now it's not just about learning firebending, it's about ending a 100-year war. And for that, Aang needs to master the very element that took so much from him. Fire. Dangerous, unpredictable, destructive. He has to face it or the world will burn. But finding a firebending teacher, that's tricky. The Fire Nation wants him dead, and even worse, Aang fears the fire inside him, until fate drops the most unexpected teacher at his feet. Zuko. That's right, the banished prince. The boy who hunted the Avatar for 2 seasons. The angry teen with a scar and daddy issues for days. Now he's switching sides. Why? Because Zuko finally sees it. He's been lied to, used, twisted by his father's power-hungry rule. And when Azula betrays him, he snaps. He chooses honor not from birthright, but from truth. And his redemption? Oh, it's not easy. Team Avatar doesn't trust him. He's got to earn it. But slowly, piece by piece, he rebuilds. He trains Aang. He bonds with the crew. And he becomes the man Uncle Iroh always knew he could be. Speaking of Iroh, he's been locked away, but not broken. He waits, plans, trains. Because the White Lotus is about to rise, and Iroh, he's not done yet. Meanwhile, Aang struggles. He wants peace, not death. But how do you defeat a tyrant without killing him? He searches for a path the world thinks doesn't exist. Because Aang isn't just the Avatar. He's Aang. And he refuses to become a killer. As Sazin's comet approaches, the Fire Nation prepares for its final attack. Ozai crowns himself Phoenix King. Azula is losing her mind. Paranoid, isolated, and unhinged. And our heroes? They split up. Each has a mission, each takes a stand, and when the final battle comes, it is epic. Katara versus Azula, 2 forces colliding in a duel of fire and ice. Sokka, Suki, and Toph take down an entire air fleet. And Aang, he faces Ozai, alone. It's fire against spirit, power against principle. And just when it seems Aang might break his vow, he finds another way. Using energy bending, an ancient, almost mythical technique, Aang strips Ozai of his bending. He wins not by destroying, but by restoring balance. The war ends. Peace begins. Zuko becomes Fire Lord, not to rule, but to heal. And Team Avatar? They finally breathe, laugh, live. The story closes not with fireworks, but with a quiet moment. Aang and Katara. No more running, no more war, just peace.